Greetings, foolish mortals. It is I, Nixxiom, here to celebrate this year's Halloween by sharing with you all some scary gaming stories from my collection. Now be warned, I have braved the darkest of graveyards in battle for Azeroth, the most foul caverns in WoW Classic, and I've beheld the horrors that lie within the depths of Elder Scrolls Online. Needless to say, on my journeys, I have heard many horrible and scary stories, so viewers beware, you're in for a scare. Let me tell you guys one thing though, reading scary stories in the dark like this, it's a pain on the eyes. If only there was some sort of light that I could attach to my monitor that reduced eye strain, a light that you could set to either a soft blue or soft orange that really helped people like me who enjoy reading or working on the computer all day. Oh wait, he is! And it's all down in the description below if you want to learn more. The Cursed Battle Pet Trainer. This story takes place within the lands of Kul Tiras, in battle for Azeroth. It was just like any other day. Ass Grab'em was doing pet battles, gloating over his successes as a battle pet trainer, and being neglected by every female in a 10-mile radius. But such a thing did not bother him, for when you are a Warcraft pet master, yeah, you don't have to be concerned over such meager things. Ass Grab'em sat with his pets that evening, stroking their heads gently and telling them how much their needless fighting meant to him, as it did make him a shit ton of gold, from betting and stuff. Anyway, they all grumbled in response, but watched silently as their master fell asleep into his dreamland. And then, that's when it happened, my friends. Gathering together, the pets formed a pentagram, and they spoke the words of old. Hear us, Dark One, far below, fighting for this dipshit. It does blow. Rise from your accursed rest. Place your mark upon this pest. Let him suffer, wail, and strain. Let him never pet battle again. Hours later, the moon sank beneath the hills, giving rise to her brother, the sun. And when the beams of light hit Ass Grab'em's face, he awoke to a shock. He was small now, small as his battle pets in size, and they towered over him, giant, the size of men. And when he screamed in horror, the battle pet simply laughed, for now he was the battle pet, cursed to do battle for all time for the pleasure of his evil masters. How was that? That was pretty scary, right?
No.
All right, fine. Try this one on for size, if you're man enough. The man who could not escape. His name was Levi, and he quested along gingerly in classic World of Warcraft. He had been playing all day, skipping through the plague lands, gathering herbs and questing on the side. Ghouls fell before his might, skeletons fled in fear, and the scourge trembled at his presence. Truly, Levi was an unstoppable player, able to conquer any foe. But there was one thing he could not defeat. While hopping through the hills, Levi fell suddenly, landing behind a large stone. He tried to hop away from the stone, but his character could not jump. He tried to move left and right, yet he could not wiggle. He was stuck between the stone and the hill, unable to escape. He was horrified, stuck in such a vulnerable position in such a dangerous place, but he did his best to remain calm. Ah, fuck! He tried to use his Hearthstone, but he couldn't find it in his inventory. He then sought the unstuck button, but it wouldn't work, giving him an error each time he tried to use it. So he submitted a GM ticket, begging for release, yet no GM ever replied, as Blizzard was too busy working on Diablo Immortal. And so Levi sat there, stuck between that rock and that hill, unable to move, but still able to shout. He cried out for help, yet everybody that passed him by called him a 12-year-old bitch and ran away. He stayed there for some time, my friends, trapped, until at last hunger claimed him and he passed away. Now some say that he's still there at that stone, his ghost still crying out for help, desperately trying to escape. But others say that this is all just a myth. But we do know one thing for certain, that ever since that day, multiple players have gotten stuck in that same spot, and they've all died crying out for help. And the next player could be you! That was pretty scary, right? I thought that was pretty scary.
Nope.
All right, fine. You want scary? You really want to be terrified? Well, I got one for you. I got a story straight out of Elder Scrolls Online that will make your skin crawl. But don't say I didn't warn you, audience. Here we go. Rolf was a Nord, just like any other. He enjoyed hunting, fishing, raiding enemy villages, and burying his axe into the skulls of his enemies. Nothing about him was out of the ordinary. Until one day came. Something strange started to occur. It all began with him waking up and not immediately desiring a sip of his favorite honey mead. Odd, he thought to himself as he walked soberly to his cabinet to dress himself. Donning his clothes, grabbing his axe, he made his way outside where he hoped to spend the morning killing innocent farmers down in the nearby valley and stealing from them their silver coins. He'd have to do it sober, unfortunately, but that's okay, because killing innocents really works up a thirst after all. He made his way down the hills, and then, as he walked, he noticed something. It felt as if something was wrong with his ass. But it wasn't Sheogorath putting his pinky finger up there again. No, it was far worse. Turning his head, he noticed that he had somehow grown a tail. A long, green tail. He gasped in surprise, unable to make sense of this situation. That's when he noticed his hands. They weren't his usual hands, pink and soft, but they were elongated, leathery, scaly, and slimy. As this revelation dawned on him, he reached up, removed his helmet, and revealed to the world the horror of what was lying beneath. Aw, shit. I turned into some kind of elf.
Man, these stories suck dick.
Yes, tremble in fear before my stories, puny mortal. But hey, while you are trembling in fear, why don't you guys go hit the like button and be sure to subscribe down below and hit the bell. You guys know what to do. Guys, in all seriousness, I hope that you guys have an absolutely terrifying Halloween. I hope you enjoyed this little silly Halloween-themed video, and I will see you guys with my next project, all right? Okay. Oh, fuck. I need some water.